things that's going to happen within the earth as a result of doing so. Okay, like I had mentioned, famines, that's going to come about. You're going to have a lot of famines within the world. Okay, you're going to have a lot of crops being destroyed. Okay, in the wake of Esau's demise. Okay, you're going to have a lot of earthquakes. Okay, them earthquakes is going to mess up with drainage. Okay, and that, you know when you got it to where you can't move, your drainage is not so good. What happens is you have a lot of diseases right out there. Okay, malaria comes to mind. Okay, I can't name any other diseases, but you're gonna have it to where a lot of diseases are gonna come about. So when you got these people, these things are released into the into the society. Okay, that could go out there and you might hit your woman, your kids. Okay, and those are all going to be times that you're going to have to go through in order to get through to the end goal. And the closer you get to the end goal, the more difficult it's going to be, because we're not in the time of Jacob's trouble now. We're not in the time of the hour of temptation. We're actually in the time before that. Okay, now we're in the last days of the last days, but ultimately we're not in the last day. We're not in that hour of temptation. We're not in the hour of plagues and famines. You can go down the road and you can have go to Costa Coffee and buy some coffee. Okay, you can go into the supermarket and buy whatever food you need. Okay, but ultimately you can't. We're not in that time where restrictions and are placed upon people. Okay. Everybody's got the freedom to move pretty much how they want to move, okay? But when those restrictions come about, okay, that's when you're gonna have to have an increased amount of faith, because you're not gonna know when your next meal is gonna come from, okay? You're not gonna know when where your next drink of water is gonna come from. But see, if you're a believer in Yahweh Shai, okay, a believer in the Lord, when those times do come, then ultimately the Lord is gonna have mercy upon you. Okay, hell, the scripture goes as far as saying that some of us are going to be put to death on an account of having a testimony against Esau. Okay, and that's going to be the greatest test of faith, because you're going to have it to where Esau is going to give you that ultimate. Okay, do this. Okay, denounce your power. Okay, which is what's most likely he's going to say. Denounce your power, or cut off your beard, or eat this pork, eat this swine. Okay, or really, moreover to the point, take this chip so that you can eat, okay, which is going to be the ultimate test of faith. And you got to remember, why is this chip coming about? Because of that war that's going to be playing out, okay, between the Medo Persians that is spoken about within the scriptures, which is the Russians right now, okay, and Babylon, okay, and that chip's going to come about as the ultimate solution to what? To fighting terrorism, okay, to monitoring people, okay, to having it to where the currency devaluation, the crash of the global economy, that's going to be the solution to all things. Okay, and when that solution comes about, through the scriptures, you can't be getting no chip implanted within your arms, man. You shouldn't be doing that. But see, for a lot of people's families and a lot of brothers' families and a lot of brothers' circle, okay, that are not in this truth, you're gonna find out they're gonna be taking the chip. Because they want to get that food, they want to get that water, because they ain't got that faith, and as a result, the Lord's going to see the Lord was going to remove their name from the book of life, man. Now we know that if they're Israelites, really all Israelites going to make it ultimate, man. Okay, all of Jacob's going to make it ultimately, right? But you don't want to be the ones that are going to walk around for an eternity, okay, having everlasting contempt because you don't sold out. Okay, really, you want it to be known that you was the guy that hell, you might have died for the Lord's sake, okay, or you might have taken a major L, okay, for the sake of keeping your integrity. That's how you want to be renamed. Okay, you read about the stories within the Maccabees. There's a whole story and an account of all a whole family or brothers, man, that got put to death on account of maintaining their integrity. Okay. And guess what? The Most High is going to give them, a great sum of glory for doing that. Okay? They're probably back out here, and ironically, because we know how these things work, okay, ironically, they're probably going to have to go through the same thing again now. Because there's a thing called reincarnation within the scriptures, and guess what? They're probably going to have to be asked to do that again. But we know this is going to be the last time that they have to do that again. Okay? Because through the scriptures, we know that we're in the last days, and being in the last days, the glory, okay, that the Most High prepared for them is going to be bestowed upon them for the acts that they have done, in that they have maintained their integrity, okay, unto this day, okay, in keeping to this word, the covenants of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, okay. It says here, and cause them to be written in the paper for their faithful and truth, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them that trouble thee and speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Okay, let's go into the book of 1 Corinthians, the 6th chapter and the 9th verse, to couple with that. So 1 Corinthians 6 and 9, it says, know ye not this, that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom. So you got a lot of wicked dudes, they're definitely going to inherit the kingdom of the Most High. That's not to say you've never done no wickedness in your life, but we know from the scriptures that the main thing you're supposed to be doing right now is fearing the Lord and keeping to His commandments. Okay, so in doing that, you was gonna be counted as for your faith was gonna be counted for righteousness. That's the main thing. Okay, it says, being not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolatrous, nor adulterous, nor effeminates, which means a lack of faith, or abusers of themselves with mankind. Okay, it goes hand in hand with this. Okay. So let me just finish this up within the book of 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter. It says, behold, the Lord will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, for wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay, which is, why we have read all of those scriptures that we have read today, because wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Okay, and the countermeasure that we got right to that is to bring out this word, which ultimately is going to culminate in the Lord's return, okay, and in setting up the 12 tribes of Israel as the real rulers, of which we are the real rulers of this earth. Okay, so hopefully that was of edification. Okay, apologies for the weather and the disturbances. Lord's will, I'll be out here again another time. Shalom.